The Dangote Refinery is calling for more reliable access to locally produced crude oil, saying domestic crude must be available in sufficient volumes and at commercially viable prices. The refinery made the clarification following reports surrounding crude supplies to domestic refineries under Nigeria's domestic crude supply obligation. Dangote Refinery says it has not rejected Nigerian crude. Rather, it says crude supply to it must meet operational requirements in terms of volume, quality, and price. The development comes as the federal government considers reforms to improve crude supply to local refineries. The proposed changes could allow producers to supply nearby refineries directly, while reducing some of the additional costs associated with transportation and middlemen. For Nigeria, improving domestic crude supply remains important as the country seeks to strengthen local refinery, reduce dependence on imported petroleum products, and build a more sustainable downstream oil sector. Away from the oil sector, a new proposal is drawing attention in Nigeria's aviation industry. An industry expert is calling the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria, FAAN, to contribute 5% of its commercial airports revenue towards aviation safety. The proposal was made by aviation expert John Ojikutu, who is asking House of Representatives to compel FAAN to make the contribution. According to him, part of the revenue generated from commercial activities at the Nigerian airport should be channeled towards agencies responsible for aviation safety. The proposal comes amid wider concerns about funding for safety operations and infrastructure in Nigeria's aviation industry. If implemented, the contribution could provide additional funding for safety-related activities and help aviation agencies carry out responsibilities more effectively. The call also highlights the wider conversation around how revenue generated Nigeria's aviation industry is distributed and reinvested into the sector. Now to the international business scene. Brazilian aircraft manufacturer Embraer has reported a strong second quarter, recording adjusted net income of more than $200 billion. The company adjusted net income rose by 38.4% from the same period last year, while revenue climbed 23% to about $2.2 billion. Embraer also delivered 65 aircraft during the quarter, while its order backlog reached the record of $34.5 billion, reflecting continued demand for its aircraft. The company has also raised some of financial expectation of 2026, signaling confidence in performance for the remainder of the year. From Nigeria's oil aviation sectors to stronger operational earnings in the global markets.